In the depths of human darkness, there are stories that defy belief. Stories of manipulation, murder, and the terrifying power of twisted minds. Today we delve into the chilling cases of two women who preyed on the vulnerable, leading them to horrific ends. Two women, two chilling stories of manipulation and murder. Kanae Kijima, the Konkatsu Killer, lured men into her deadly trap, while Sachiko Eto, the Drumstick Killer, led a cult to commit gruesome murders under the guise of spirituality. Kanae Kijima, a woman whose manipulations and deceit led to the deaths of multiple men, earning her the terrifying nickname, the Konkatsu Killer. Born on November 27, 1974, in Hokkaido, Kanae Kijima led a life shrouded in lies and deceit. Initially presenting herself as a seemingly ordinary woman, her life took a dark turn when she became infamous for her involvement in a string of suspicious deaths. Through manipulative tactics, she lured unsuspecting men into her trap, ultimately leading to their tragic deaths. But how did Kijima, a woman with no criminal history, transform into one of Japan's most notorious and chilling killers? In 2009, a man named Yoshiyuki Oide was found dead in his car in a parking lot in Fujimi, Saitama. Authorities initially believed it to be a suicide caused by carbon monoxide poisoning, but the details just didn't add up. Upon investigating, the police discovered that Oide had been dating Kanae Kijima, one of many men she had duped over the years. This was just the beginning of the story. Kijima wasn't just a manipulative woman, she was a master of deception. Using the alias Sakura Yoshikawa, she convinced unsuspecting men that she was a successful piano instructor from a prestigious family, living a life of luxury. Her charm and wit captivated her victims, making them believe in her false persona. In the end, they not only fell for her emotionally, but also handed over their life savings, unaware of the deadly trap she was setting. Her target? Men on Konkatsu websites, where she posed as a woman searching for a husband. But instead of love, her goal was far more sinister. Between 2007 and 2009, Kijima's victims started to stack up. Men like Takao Terada, Kenzo Ando, and Yoshiyuki Oide died under mysterious circumstances, each death leading to more questions than answers. Terada died from carbon monoxide poisoning, and just before his death, Kijima transferred millions from his account to hers. Kenzo Ando, a wealthy man, died in a blaze, his house engulfed in flames, with Kijima walking away with priceless art. But it wasn't just these men. There were others, deaths that still raise suspicions to this day. In September 2009, Kanae Kijima was arrested for fraud after a thorough investigation linked her to several suspicious deaths. But the real shock came when she was later indicted for murder. The evidence stacked up, and soon the world would know Kijima for what she truly was, a cold-blooded killer. Despite her defense claiming these deaths were suicides or accidents, the court saw through her lies. In 2012, Kijima was sentenced to death for the murders of Terada, Ando, and Oida. Kijima's case made history as she became the first woman in Japan to be sentenced to death in a lay judge trial. Despite her appeal, the verdict was upheld, and in 2017, her final appeal was dismissed by the Supreme Court, sealing her fate. Today, Kanae Kijima remains on death row in the Tokyo detention house, a chilling reminder of the depths some will go to for money, power, and control. One woman, multiple lives destroyed. This is the tragic tale of Kanae Kijima, the disturbing case of Sachiko Eto, a self-proclaimed psychic and cult leader, is one of the most chilling in modern history. Eto convinced her followers that she had the power to rid the world of ugly devils, leading them to commit gruesome murders in the name of her twisted beliefs. Known as the Drumstick Killer, Eto's horrifying legacy would not only shock Japan, but also send ripples of fear and disbelief throughout the world as the true extent of her crimes was revealed. Her story is one of manipulation, murder, and a chilling belief system that spiraled into tragedy. Sachiko Eto, known as the Drumstick Killer, founded a cult in the early 90s, where she claimed to possess psychic powers. She preached that the world was plagued by ugly devils, and only she and her followers had the power to cleanse the world of this evil. But her so-called spiritual rituals were anything but innocent. Instead of healing, they became brutal acts of violence, culminating in the deaths of 6 victims. This is the horrifying tale of a woman who twisted faith into murder. From December 1994 to June 1995, Eto, along with her followers, her daughter Yuko, Hiroshi Nemoto, and Mitsuo Sakini, took part in these murderous ceremonies. The cult's victims were often members themselves, sacrificed for the greater good. Among the dead were Hiroshi Nemoto's wife, Jay's family, and 2 other followers, whose lives were ended by the very people they trusted. Each murder was carried out in a brutal and ritualistic manner, often involving taiko sticks, earning Eto her gruesome nickname. In July 1995, authorities began investigating after a cult member was hospitalized. The investigation led them to Eto's house in Sukagawa City, where they uncovered 6 rotting corpses. Sachiko Eto and her followers were arrested after the discovery of 6 rotting corpses, and the surviving victim, a woman who had been brutally assaulted, was also taken into custody. However, this arrest marked only the beginning of a chilling legal battle that would reveal the full extent of their crimes. In 1997, the surviving cult member was sentenced to 3 years in prison, though the sentence included a suspended term. But Sachiko Eto's trial would be much more severe. In 2001, the Fukushima District Court recommended the death penalty for Eto, while her followers received lesser sentences. In 2002, Eto's death sentence was upheld, and her followers' sentences were adjusted. Despite their appeals, Eto's guilt was undeniable, and her case became one of the most notorious cult killings in Japan. After years of legal battles, the Supreme Court of Japan rejected Eto's appeal in 2008, and on September 17, 2012, at the age of 65, Sachiko Eto was executed at Miyagi Prison. Her execution marked the end of a long and tragic chapter. Eto was the first woman to be executed in Japan in 15 years, and the 10th female prisoner to receive the death penalty since World War II. From a self-proclaimed guru to a cold-blooded killer, Sachiko Eto's story serves as a chilling reminder of the dangers of blind faith and manipulation. Her cult left a legacy of horror, and her name will forever be linked to the unspeakable acts she orchestrated. 2 women who preyed on the vulnerable, using charm and deceit to exploit their victims' trust. Behind their smiles and promises of love, they harbored dark intentions that would lead to murder and betrayal. Their chilling stories serve as a stark reminder of the evil that can lurk in plain sight. Thank you for joining us as we uncovered the disturbing truths behind these chilling cases. If you found these stories compelling, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more.